it's necessary that I update everybody in the grants community on what is currently going on in the grant space. Welcome back to Good News Live Update, and stay tuned as we are here committed to update you on the situation in the grant space. This is where you've invest, and of course you need to update you on the current situation so that you'll be acquainted with the information and what is going on. As of yesterday, information going around on social media was that I read there was a meeting yesterday, and that was day before yesterday, not today, being the 6th of March 2024. There was a meeting yesterday among the stakeholders in this grant project, and finally, the date for the disbursement had been fixed. Those under the so-called government NGOs, of which CBN nominal cluster and pioneer project slot are, will receive from their stakeholder, who will be disbursed to by the IMF through the Central Bank of Nigeria. The grant handlers such as UAAG, Theobarth Global Foundation, St. Rita, and Telpecan will disburse to NGOs after receiving from the IMF also. The NGOs will in turn disburse to the subscribers. However, all the stakeholders slash grant handler will follow the timetable as prescribed by the CBN. If you are with us in this CBN nominal cluster and pioneer project slot, your money will get to you before Nigerian government pay next workers' salary for the month of March 2025. We believe that this information is explicit enough, so please do not call us to know the particular date fixed, because nobody is going to answer you on that. This is what is happening in the grants community, that a date has been fixed. Of course, though they are yet to disclose the date, but everything is done. Disbursement will take place before the salary of this month of March will be paid to workers. Of course, this is a good news, as so far that's what we see in the grants ecosystem. We trust that this come through as we wait for the disbursement to come. Be informed that grants ecosystem will pay, because what is going on here is something that we did not expect, but then gradually IMF, Central Bank getting themselves involved, though we've not heard from the horse's mouth talking about the grant handlers or grant pressure group. They are not saying anything. UAG, they are not saying anything. Theobarth Global Foundation, they are not saying anything talking about the key players. But what we are seeing playing in the grants community, there's a hope, there's a belief that disbursement will take place this month. Thanks for joining us. We keep updating you once again, and there's another important message that came up that myself, I'm so, I don't know, at the same time I'm happy for the person that give this write up. I don't know. The person said it's not even from Nigeria, that is from Kenya. He wrote a message or later to Dr. Osim on his persistence and also consistency in the grant ecosystem. I read them later. It's so funny, of course. We all know Osim. Osim is one of the great fighters in the grant community that keep encouraging people to be focusing and also to stay, as the money will be paid to everybody. And this man came up writing a letter to Osim and to commend him on what he's doing. I read this later for you to listen to and then learn something there in the grants ecosystem. Good evening, Dr. Osim. I am Mr. Gozongo by name, from Kenya, based in Nairobi. I joined the grants community through my good friend in a Nigerian based here in Nairobi with me, called Nkeruka. She introduced me to the community. She is a stakeholder in UAAG. I love Nigerians people, everything about the people. You guys are great people filled with great talent. That's a good recommendation to our Nigerian people. I read, seeing all the happening in the grant community shows that Nigerians are patient people. In my country, such can never happen. We don't have such patience. Wow, I'm making this right up personally to appreciate you, Dr. Sim, for the labor of love you have for your people. Wow, what an incredible talent. Dr. Sim is a force to reckoned with in the grant community. His skills, creativity, and determination are truly inspiring. I had the pleasure of watching him for a long time. He is one of the most exciting leaders we have in the grant community. Dr. Sim is an amazing leader in his own way, and I must say he is one of the most exciting young leader in the game of this struggle today. To be honest, let me tell you something. I've seen so many qualities in him with a unique style and strength. He doesn't need to compare with anybody. His style of doing things is different. He had worked hard to get to where he is today. I am proud of his achievement. Let's learn to appreciate him for who he is. We all appreciate Osim. Osim is a nice guy in the grant community. He has been, of course, giving hope and telling people about the disbursement of this grant. Thanks for this recommendation. I continue. Let's celebrate our individuality and not try to put him in mold. If you appreciate the grace of God in some of in someone's life, God will give you yours. Let's support Dr. Sim on his own journey. That's something to be proud of. Let's support Dr. Sim on his own journey. That is something to be proud of. But what I see in Dr. Sim goes beyond just his talent. I see a hunger drive, a passion that will take him to the very top. I see a leader who will inspire his generation to come. A leader who will break barrier and achieve greatness and cement his ground among all time great. You have won numerous accolades from the masses. More importantly, I see Dr. Sim using his platform to make a positive impact on the world. I also appreciate the fact that you always ignore your critics and focus on what you believe that makes you a greater leader. Your shock, your shock observer is out of this world. Indeed, Dr. Sim, you are a great and a strong leader in the great community, in the grant community. Your love for Christ gives you a greater advantage to perform greatly. I really wish to meet with you one on one to inquire all this wisdom of yours. You have succeeded to give your name a brand all over the world. You are a great celebrity. God bless you, and I thank you for making us believe in UAAG and Dr. Ken Wakama. This is coming from somebody from Nairobi, um, Kenya. In fact, kudos to Sim, and this goes to Sim. Uh, it is well. The prayer we have colleague in the grant community is that this grant be paid, because to some extent I personally do attack Osim for his write up. Sometimes he will come up that disbursement will happen. At the end of the day, it will not happen. At the end of the day, it will not happen. We know, though we know the country we find ourselves, but then Osim has been trying in the grant ecosystem. I joined this Kenyan man to celebrate with Osim. In fact, please, Osim, Dr. Osim, if you are close to Dr. Ken Wakama, please tell him to come out and address the people, and also so that we know our stand. And if there's any disbursement that will take place, he should tell us so that we know on time. We will prepare ourselves and then wait for the money. Thanks for joining Good News Live Update.